Welcome to It's Beyond the Food podcast, my sisters. I'm your host, Stephanie Dodier, and today's a special episode because I'm taking you behind the scene of one of my most cherished program that I run once or twice a year called the Body Image Coaching Mentorship. And I want to walk you through why I'm doing this program, who it is for, and what to expect if you decide to spend these 6 weeks with me. So first of all, it's a big celebration moment because it's our fifth round of enrollment for the Body Image Coaching Mentorship. Woo! Like the background sound right now is cheering. That's all the stuff that's going on in my brain. My goal with this very unique experience of learning and studying body image with me is to take the science of body image, take the science of coaching, and distill it down in an actual applicable process for you to integrate in your work with your client. This is not this curriculum based course where we're going to spend hours and hours in science and looking at research because, and this is the most important part of this podcast, science is not what will actually change people's relationship with their body. So when we're thinking about us being practitioner, professional, coaches, helping people, distilling science to them, sending them research, sending them facts about body acceptance, body image, why all bodies are good body is not going to have any impact on how they experience their own body. What will is coaching, particularly what we know to be the gold standard of body image transformation, body image healing, which is cognitive behavioral coaching. So instead of spending hours looking at the science, we're going to jump right into an application for anyone who helps people with behavioral change. And here I'm thinking about obviously nutrition, fitness, health coaching, but also we've had people that have taken this program as therapists, as mental health counselor, as the leader of charity organization that help and support women and particularly girls on how they can have safe conversation around body image. Because when you are in a world where is mainly focused on women, so if that's your practice, your coaching, where you help women, body image will come up in your interaction with your clients and patients. There's no choice, it will. Most of them will not come to you to, quote, change their body image. But what will happen as a professional, as you do your particular niche of work, your special area of expertise, you will encounter how their body image, how they think, feel, and act towards their body impacts the goal through which they're working with you. Again, be it nutrition, behavior change, health, fitness, mental health, it will be part of it. And this is the majority of people that come to me to learn body image coaching, body neutrality specifically. They're not body image coach. They're everything else. So that's speaking to all of you that are in the helping profession that are specifically focused on women, because I'm not going to spend minutes here talking about the statistic of body image, but it's prevalent and 82% of women identified as women, where body image is what they describe as a struggle. It's a distress. Therefore, it impacts 8 clients out of 10. And if particularly you're working with health and food and fitness, the roots of why women struggle with food, with fitness behavior, health behavior, is body image. Because the reason why they have a distorted relationship with food is because they're co-opting food. They're using food to manipulate their body, just like they're using fitness to manipulate their body. So you're almost guaranteed that will be something you will need to work with them on in order for them to achieve their nutrition goal or their fitness goal. And that's what the body image coaching mentorship is about. And we've made upgrades in this 5th round that I want to share with you because I think it's going to help you make this even more applicable than before. The number one thing that I'm bringing forward in this 5th round is one more session at the end that is going to be strictly focused on practicum, where we're going to take either live cases that you have in your roster of clients or patient. I have a bank of client cases from my own roster of client, my Undiet Your Life program. I'm going to bring that forward and we're going to explore for a full 90-minute a variety of presentation of body image and how to have conversation and coaching process with this particular presentation. So we call that a practicum. Plus, we're going to review all along in each session. So we have a total of 6 sessions. Last one is practicum, but the first 5 sessions, I'll get into the details of it in just a bit. We're going to look at how do we apply each element that we're learning in the session. Here's a cool thing about the body image coaching mentorship. It's a success rate of 100%. What do I mean by that? Typically in the industry of online coaching, professional training, when we hit a 30 to 40% completion rate, it's great. It's the industry standard, which you tell me pretty pathetic. However, my program, Body Image Coaching Mentorship, is 100% because it's live. And I have been asked time and time over to make this a pre-recorded program that I could sell. And I don't want to do that because I know we're not going to get the success rate that we have right now. And then we're going to miss the human interaction, the availability for you to witness me coaching student, you asking questions about your client and your particular specialization, and me giving you advice. That is gone when we go into pre-recorded. And that's why I'm keeping the body image coaching mentorship short and live so it can be completed top to bottom. I'm so proud of how this program and the non-diet coaching certification keeps evolving based on the student. We listen to our student, what they like, what they think we should do better, and we implement that at every round because it is live. And the number one feedback we get, and why I've structured the body image coaching mentorship in this way, is people want more practice, more doing, more embodying, more learning real life cases. Hence why very little science, all about practical's way of helping your clients with body image distress. I just want to say this quickly, and I sent an email to my community on Friday morning about this, and it's perhaps you. The complexity of body image intervention of coaching is the number one fear that I hear from, where people don't want to intervene, don't want to coach body image because they're afraid of the complexity of it. I have welcomed hundreds of students in my program, and when they come to me with the fear of complexity, there's typically 2 reasons why that happened. If that's you, the number one reason is because they have not learned a framework, a process to help people with body image, which is the gap that we fill with the body image coaching mentorship. We teach you a 5-step process of how you need to move every session with your client, what you need to talk about, what you need to get them to apply, some exercise for them to do, so that you have a process to lean on so that fear is no longer present, saying, I don't know what I'm doing. But the second reason why many practitioners are afraid is because they themselves have what they describe as body image distress, and they don't see the end of the tunnel for themselves. They don't know how to get themselves from that place of distress to the place of feeling confident. And they feel like a shame or feel like they're not competent because they're struggling with their own body to help other people. And that is also why we're keeping the Body Image Coaching Mentorship live and exclusive to professional, so that you can bring forward your own distress, wherever stage you are at with your body image, so I can help you put a bow on this so that you feel confident talking about body image in selling and marketing your services, because that's going to be a add-on feature that will make your product that you're selling, mostly coaching, most people are selling coaching, more valuable, because you'll be comfortable, confident talking about it in your marketing, adding it on into your service. And because 8 out of 10 women struggle with body image, it will make you more valuable as a coach versus other. So if you're feeling that it's too complex, we're going to decomplexify this, if that there is such a thing. Okay, so let's talk about the structure of what we're going to do within those 6 weeks. There's 5 different sections or 5 different module that we're going to walk through together. The very first session, we're going to look at the body image fundamental. What is body image and how to address each element, which order of the body image element we need to place first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. We're going to unpack weight stigma, intersectionality. We're going to unpack internalized weight stigma as well. We're going to talk about all the basics. So as we move to the next 5 session, you're going to have the fundamentals. So if there's a place where we're going to do science, is the first session. Then we're going to move in starting working with body image with your client in session 2. And the point that we're going to focus on in this session is how to introduce body image work with your client. Because as I mentioned earlier, most of you are not direct provider of body image coaching. You are going to integrate body image coaching in an already active practice, and most of your client will not think, believe, or know that their body image distress impacts the work they want to do with you. So how do we begin having the conversation with our client? How do we show them that body image distress is part of the reason why they're struggling with whatever they're coming to you for? We're going to talk about evaluating body image. I'm going to give you a process to evaluate, an evaluation form. And that's going to be your Kickstarter to have conversation with folks. Session 3, now that our client is on board, because we've integrated, we've talked about body image, how it impacts their current work with us. We screened them, evaluated it. Now, how do we go about beginning the transformation? And this is where we're going to dive into the world of cognitive behavior coaching, the actual coaching framework. I'm going to go at high level, because the fact of the matter, I can't teach you the entire process of cognitive behavior coaching. If you want to learn that, that's inside the non-diet coaching certification. Instead, I'm going to go at it at a high level. We're going to do some exercise for you to understand the basic of it and how it applies to body image, so you can use it to investigate your client's thoughts and beliefs and personal experience around body image and how it constructed their current body image distress. And then you're going to use that same process to help them, what most people will know as, quote, releasing their belief and thoughts about their body. So we're going to use that same process to pinpoint their thoughts and beliefs and stories about body image. And we're going to reverse that to help them release their current thought and learn to believe new beliefs about their body. And that's what will make their transformation around their body image permanent, sustainable for the rest of their life. The fourth session, we're going to dive into the world of acceptance and safety. This is where I'm going to bring in the world of nervous system regulation, of embodiment. Because body image work is a combination of cognitive work, so at the thought level, the mind level, and it has to be also at the nervous system level, where we embody and create safety for their current body image, for the current way their body is. So that's the fourth session. Number of tools are going to be taught to you here. Session number 5, we're going to talk about liberation. How do we inventory the current behavior that were in place in their life to protect them from body image distress? And how do we bring in new behavior that will be associated with that new body image that they have, the new sensation or feeling of safety they feel in their body? That's what we call the liberation process. And also how to redefine how their new body image will impact the rest of their life. So there's this place where people have body fantasy. Many women struggle, and many men as well, but I specialize in the world of women. Most women have struggled for decades with their body image, and they have adapted their lifestyle based on, quote, disliking their body. So how do we move forward in a world where no longer we wait to do things, to say things, to feel things upon having, quote, the right body? How do we redefine the way we interact with our lifestyle as a person who is neutral with their body? That's the entire body neutrality framework that I'm going to be teaching you in the end process. So I'll teach you that in that last session. And then session 6 is all about case study and live application. Either you bring your client cases, you bring your personal coaching, or we use the case study data banks that we have from the certification. And we're going to explore different presentation of body image. I also want to mention, that's one of the things we've added for the 5th round, 2 pre-recorded specialized training. So we'll call them 2 bonuses. Based on the request of our prior student, I'm bringing forward thin privilege and practice. So this particular class is between me and a thin provider, because as many of you will know, I live in a fat body. I brought a colleague of mine who lived in a thin body, and I did an interview with her, and she's teaching you ways that as a thin provider, she engaged with body image with people that have different body size than her. The second pre-recorded training that you will have is one called Women Body and Power, where I deep dive into the intersection between diet culture, patriarchy, and feminism. And again, I have found that this is one of the classes that has the most impact in helping practitioner begin the conversation with their client around body image. As many call it, the mind-blowing classes, because they have stories that most of their client can relate to express what body image is and how it's preventing their client from achieving the life they desire. So that's a great class. It's pre-recorded. So if you're nervous about falling behind this, is not going to be the case for you. This program is 6 weeks. It's live. You're coming. We're sending you a reminder, you're coming live. And then there's no 2 hours of program to watch in recording. It's all done live, and you get to ask your question right away. At the end of every session, there is time allotted for you to ask your question, to have group conversation about the topic that we just explored. Only 2 pre-recorded class, which you will keep access to ongoing. One of the questions that I always have to answer, and I'm going to answer it here, what is the difference between the Body Image Coaching Mentorship and the non-diet coaching certification? The number one element that's different is that we go into the world of cognitive behavior coaching as a modality of coaching. And I teach you inside of the non-diet coaching certification, cognitive behavior coaching at a granular level. We train, we practice, we embody cognitive behavior coaching. We talked about trauma, nervous system regulation in depth. So it's a coaching certification where you learn how to coach people, not tell them what to do, but actually coach them at the thought, belief, and nervous system level. And then we apply this cognitive behavior coaching framework to eating, body image, health, weight neutral health, and also to business. So the body image coaching module that we have in the non-diet coaching certification is what we do in the Body Image Coaching Mentorship. That's why many people do that actually. Maybe a tip for you. If you join the Body Image Coaching Mentorship, you experience it and you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need. I want more of it. Like I want to go more in detail about this coaching framework. I want to learn to apply it to food and health and my business. Then people come over to the non-diet coaching certification. Every round of the Body Image Coaching Mentorship, I typically transition 30 to 40% of the student to the certification. That's why the tuition fee for the Body Image Coaching Mentorship is redeemable towards the certification. So if you join us in the certification, we'll give you a coupon that will offset what you paid for the Body Image Coaching Mentorship towards the certification. The other question I get is, who is this for? And I think I've talked about it in this podcast a number of times, but I'm just going to give it to you here in detail. Nutritionist, dietitian, therapist, mental health counselor, fitness professional, intuitive eating counselor. A lot of them come over to get their tools with body image coaching, life coaches, anyone who interacts with behavior change has an interest in coming in a body image coaching mentorship. You have to value embodiment. You have to value intersectionality. You have to value anti-oppression approach to health and coaching in order for you to enjoy this time you're going to spend with me. I'm wrapping up this episode and I'm inviting all of you to come and join me. We're starting April the 8th and we go on for 6 weeks straight. If you have any question, you can send us an email, or much easier, you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Steph Dodier, my name. You can DM me over the next week. We're going to close the registration on April 7th, or when we max out the number of seats, because I keep the group very small in order to be able to interact and answer all the questions. So you can email us or DM me directly. I'll answer your questions if it's the right fit for you. And I'm looking forward to having many of you join me in this 6 weeks mentorship where we're going to unpack body image and how to integrate it in your practice. Looking forward to seeing many of you. All right. I love you, my sister, and I'll see you in the Body Image Coaching Mentorship or in the next episode. If you are listening to the podcast, you are probably in need of support. You have to come and grab our free non-diet coaching assessment tool and the how to use audio training at stephaniedodier.com/client assessment. And if you want support with the concept taught on the podcast and take your skills to the next level, we have a number of resources and programs on the shop page of our website. The best bet is for you to join our newsletter to get all the deeds as they become available. And I'll see you on the other side.